Mr. Carpenter.
Oh, well, it's a little late today.
Yes, it's usually here by 2. Inexcusable, if you ask me.
Ever since I've been, shall we say, invalided more or less here at home, the big spot of the day for me is the arrival of the mail. And what do I get? Junk mail, people asking for money. Oh, that's strange.
Did you say something, sir? Is anything the matter, Mr. Carpenter?
Who is it?
Lori, it's me, Marianne.
Marianne.
Hi. Did I come at a bad time?
No, I was just upstairs resting. There's nobody else at home.
I can come back later if you'd rather.
No, I'm glad you came.
Are you sure?
No, I'm sure. Come on in.
Lori, I have been meaning to call you to see if you wanted to have lunch or something, but with the holidays and everything, I just kind of haven't had time.
No, I know what you mean. I've been real busy, too.
Yeah, well, so you're already in the swing of things. Doesn't take you long at all.
No, I really meant with Ben and Peter and Mom. It's no big deal.
Yeah, well, y'all have a lot of catching up to do.
I don't know, Marianne. It's funny being back here. It's a big change.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I mean, it's different. I'm different.
Well, it'll just take some getting used to, that's all. Lori, I want you to know something. I'm here for you if you ever need me, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
I mean, that's what friends are for, isn't it? You and I, we go back a long way.
Yeah, I guess we do.
You know, you really helped me through some hard places. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Listen, Marianne, can I get you something? You want some tea or coffee?
No, I don't care for anything. In fact, I wanted to talk to you about something. It's about Russ.
Russ?
Yeah. I'm really worried about him, Lori. You know, I told you he's thinking about going to work for his father.
Yeah?
Well, what if Vince really is involved in some illegal business? Think what it would do to Russ.
It's like I told you, Marianne, I never knew much about Vince Cardello.
Yeah, but I don't want Russ to get messed up in all that. I mean, if it's true. Lori, I really love Russ. And someday I want to be his wife.
Hello?
Webster, listen, something's come up. I need to see you right away.
Yeah, look, Charles, let me call you back. I'm right in the middle of a brief. I gotta have it finished this afternoon, okay?
I cannot go into any details right now, but it's vitally important for you to get over here right away.
Is it Miriam? Have you heard something?
Can you make it? I wouldn't ask you if it were not important.
Yeah, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Good. I'll be waiting. Oh, dear God, Mim. I hope it isn't too late.
Oh, Lori, did I show you what Russ gave me for Christmas?
Oh, Marianne, that's beautiful.
You see, he said he does have respect for my faith and that he admired me for it. Now, that's a step in the right direction.
I hope so, Marianne. It's just that with Russ, you can never tell. I tried to show him, what a difference the Lord could make in a person's life, and I just don't think he ever really got it. That night of the accident, did you know that Russ and I were on our way over here to tell my parents we wanted to get married?
Oh, Lori.
Yeah, and then after the accident, I don't know, something just clicked with Russ. It was like he couldn't understand how God could let something like that happen. He didn't see that the Lord's Spirit could give you strength. He couldn't see that God could help me through that trial. I'm a fine one to talk. Look at my life.
Lori?
I mean, Marianne, all that time in the hospital, how could the Lord desert me?
Lori, you don't really feel like that, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do. I don't like to admit it, but sometimes I really do. All that time in the hospital, I just lay there in bed. And I kept trying not to think about anything. I wasn't even exactly trying. It was like my mind was just a blank. And then the doctors, they drew it out of me, and I began to think. And as I began to think, I had to ask, where was God? Where was God in all this?
Lori.
I mean, don't you see what I'm saying?
Lori, you've been through a very unpleasant experience. It's only human to ask that question.
What was it, Marianne? What was it that happened to me? I mean, I know it was something horrible, but I just can't remember. It's just a blur. It's just a big blur.
Lori, don't worry about it. Look, it'll all come back to you in time.
Marianne, do you know what happened to me? Do you know right before I went into the hospital? Was it as horrible as the nightmare that's in my mind?
Lori, I really don't know that much about it.
Please help me, Marianne. You've got to help me.
I really think it'd be better if you talked to Ben.
No.
Why?
Because I can't talk to him about it. I don't know why, Marianne. I'm just afraid.
Lori, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I'm so afraid.
You sure have beautiful eyes.
Why do I get the impression that you're sizing me up like another trophy in your collection?
No, I mean it. You really do.
You don't always?
Amber, I'm giving you a compliment, that's all.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you. Gil, you're wasting your lines on me. Why don't you save them for someone a little more naive who will appreciate them?
Look, Amber, you've got beautiful eyes. Don't get so defensive about it.
Sorry. I guess I just get a little tired of people emphasizing my looks all the time, as if that's all there was to me. It's not.
You convinced me of that ever since we started working together.
Yes?
Very nice. What do you think?
Oh, thank you. Oh, great.
Very well. I'll keep this chilled for you over there.
Thank you. It's plenty.
So, Gil, tell me more about Prescott Development. How long have you been in charge of the company?
Since last summer. That's when my father left for North Carolina. Yeah, he's building a big mall out there.
Well, he must have thought very highly of you to leave you in charge.
Well, my father and I have had our differences. But when it comes to business, he's behind me 100%.
What does your sister do?
She is responsible for the design elements of the construction. And she's got a degree in interior design and some courses in architecture. She's good.
Well, I hope you two get along better than my sister and I do.
Ah, another one like you at home.
Before you get any ideas, forget it. We're nothing alike. In fact, we're complete opposites.
That's too bad.
My little sister happens to be the bookworm of the family. She's a reporter for the Chronicle now. Very serious about it. All work and no play.
Not like you at all, right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm very serious about my work. But not to the exclusion of everything else. I think life should be enjoyed to the fullest.
Here, here.
See? We do agree on something.
Now, whoever said we didn't? Hmm? So, how about you? Your family lives in Kingsley?
My only sister is Stacy.
Yeah?
My mother is Kate Phillips. She's in Florida right now. Her mother, my grandmother, died recently, and she went down to Palm Beach to get away from things for a little while. She'll be back in Kingsley soon, I'm hoping. We're very close.
Good. How about your dad?
If you don't mind, that's a subject I'd rather not talk about.
Thanks for coming over, Harold.
Yeah, well, I got here just as quickly as I could, Charles. What's happened?
You remember the kidnapper said he was going to send us some evidence that he was holding Miriam?
Yeah.
This came in the mail today.
Yeah, that's Miriam, all right. And that newspaper she's holding is only a couple of days old.
Now, exactly how far have you gotten in getting the $400,000 cash?
Well, I've liquidated some of your stocks, and I've sold off some of your smaller property holdings. I put the cash in a special marked safety deposit box over at First National Bank.
Now, how soon can you get the whole amount?
Charles, I don't know the way it's going. This thing could take 2 or 3 weeks.
I can't wait that long.
Well, Charles, unless you want everybody in the Kingsley business community to know what you're up to, we're going to have to proceed cautiously.
I suppose.
Look, Charles, everything I'm doing is in your best interests.
At this point, Miriam's safe return is my only interest.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more, Charles. Believe me, I want to see her return just as much as you do. I'm working on it just as fast as I can.
Harold, I really do appreciate your support in this matter.
It's the least I could do. Poor girl. Is all you got?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Well, you'd think a kidnapper would send along some instructions of some kind, wouldn't you?
The man I talked to told me he'd contact me again by phone. I just hope that he gives us time to raise all the ransom.
Yeah. 3 weeks isn't very much time, is it?
Now, is there any way that you can speed this process up?
Oh, Charles, I'm working on it just as fast as I can.
I just can't help wondering how Mim's bearing up under all of this. It's been almost a month since she was abducted, and she's not strong. You know that. And the thought of what that monster could do to her is just... I hate the whole idea, and I can't stand one day longer. I don't care if I do arouse the suspicions of the business community. Tell them I've lost my mind, that I've given all my money to charity. Let them think what they want to, but please just get on it now.
As long as Sergeant Brubaker doesn't find out about it.
He better not. My daughter's life is at stake.
I'll do everything I possibly can, Charles. I promise you that.
Why don't you want to talk about your father?
If I wanted to discuss it, I wouldn't have said that, would I?
Is he here in Kingsley?
I don't know where he is, and frankly, I don't care.
Wow, he must have done something pretty awful.
Let's just drop it, Gil, please.
Okay. But if you ever want to talk about it, let me know. I'm a good listener, and I've got a great shoulder to cry on. Okay?
Thanks. But no thanks. I quit crying about him a long time ago.
This be all right for you, Mr. Cardello?
Yeah, this will be fine. Thank you.
Can I get you gentlemen a drink?
Well, this is a celebration. Why not? Scotch and soda, please.
2. Okay, fine.
Well, my boy, this is a momentous occasion. I just hope you know what you're getting into.
I'm not a boy anymore, Vince. Have been for a long time.
Well, it's just a figure of speech.
I know exactly what I'm getting into.
Well, I admire your self-confidence. I just wish I shared it.
You talked to Ron Washington. Now it's all set. So backing out now.
Indeed, you report to Ron tomorrow morning.
I won't let you down either. You can count on that.
It's not what I'm worried about. It's your attitude, Russ. I don't want you walking in there with a chip on your shoulder.
I mean, chip on my shoulder.
You know what I mean. I don't want you to go in there feeling as though you've got to act in a certain way, be different from what you really are. You just be yourself. Now, look, you've got a lot going for you. I just want you to always keep that in mind.
Vince, I'll do you proud. I'll do you proud. I promise.
Hi, Mom.
Lori, I didn't see you.
Marianne came by earlier.
She did?
Yeah, she just dropped by.
You should have asked her to stay for dinner.
Yeah, I guess I should have. I just wasn't thinking.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen her. What'd you two talk about?
Russ, mostly. She's having the same problem with him that I did.
She's in love with him and hoping someday to bring him to the Lord.
Yeah. We talked a lot about it. I don't know. Maybe she'll get farther with him than I did. I'm afraid I wasn't very optimistic.
Well, neither was I, but all we can do is share our advice. It's up to Marianne whether she wants to take it or not.
Mom, while we were talking, I got to thinking about what happened to me.
You mean about Russ?
No. I mean about... Never mind. So how was work today?
Work was fine. Wish I could say the same for your Aunt Nancy. Lori, is there something you want to ask me?
No, nothing. Did you tell Aunt Nancy that you wanted her to sell the house?
She still won't listen. I'm afraid we're going to have a court fight on our hands. I don't want to do it, but I don't know what else to do.
I don't understand why Nancy's the way she is.
Well, the Lord only knows why some people react in a particular way to a situation.
I guess I should know. Sometimes I can't help but wonder what my life would be like. You know, if it would be different if... My life is so different now, and I just wonder what would have happened if I hadn't have been hospitalized.
Lori, try not to think about what might have been. Think about what will be. You and Ben have your whole lives ahead of you.
Oh, great. If I knew they were going to let lowlives in here, I would have never brought you in here, that's for
Low
sure.
life?
Yeah, that creep over there with the mustache. He's been making the move on my sister.
Oh, so you're the protective type, huh? At least where your sister's concerned.
You don't know what the guy's like. And believe you me, you don't want to.
Who's that attractive older man he's with?
Why do you want to know?
He's very distinguished looking. Hey, it's my business to look for new faces.
Oh, forget about him. That's his father. Big wheeler and dealer in Kingsley. As a matter of fact, don't tell anybody, but he's a big investor on that Hollister Mall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I mean what I said to you earlier. Now, I don't want you to get carried away. I want you to take it just one step at a time.
I know, Vince. I can handle it.
And I'm glad to see that all that talk about failures in the past, you put all that behind you now. I am proud of you, Russ. You finally come into your own.
Yeah, well, you just wait. I'll show you what I'm made of.
All right. Now, look, I want to talk to you about the way the business operates.
Okay.
First of all, Ron is in charge of 3 operations.
And me.
What?
Ron and me.
In time, perhaps. But right now, Ron is in charge of 3 major operations. The loan business, chemical distribution, and personal entertainment. Well, what's so funny?
Well, you don't have to play this game with me, Vince.
It's the way the operations are broken down.
You mean loan sharking, drugs, and prostitution. Let's not mince words here. After all, I am your son.
Yes, you're my son. I hope you don't have any qualms about getting into this world. It's different from anything you've ever known.
Is it? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Well, take loan sharking, for instance. You do those people a favor. they need the money, right? Most of them have probably gone to a bank for a loan, right? Okay. So you charge a lot more interest. But hey, they need the money. Where else are they going to get it? I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, I hope you feel the same way 6 months from now.
As far as drugs go, well, if somebody's stupid enough to take drugs, hey, then I'm surely not going to find any problem selling it to them.
And what about your pre-medical training? Isn't there a conflict there?
Are you kidding? Doctors are the biggest pill pushers around. Here, take this. You'll feel better. They do it all the time. The only difference is they have a degree to turn people into addicts.
What about prostitution?
What'd you call it? Personal entertainment? It's a healthy outlet. It serves to society. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Oh, thank you. Well, son, let's drink to your new life, then. I hope it's as fulfilling as you want it to be.
I'll drink to that.
To your future.
Fool me, didn't you, Lori? You hurt me very, very badly. That means I have to kill you now.
No! Please don't! Please don't! No!
Lori, are you all right? Ben called. He's running a little late. We'll have dinner when he gets home. Lori? Honey, are you okay? Lori, what is it? What's wrong?
Join us each weekday for more of Another Life.